Hey y'all, it's Thursday and I've not written anything for my newsletter this week. I've written a lot in my journal, but I thought it would be easier just to do a video this week. And this video is for members only. So I went on my second camping trip already. I was supposed to spend Halloween with my partner, and there was an unexpected death in his family, and so he had to leave, and that left me alone on Halloween. And Halloween isn't very fun to spend alone, and I didn't have any other plans other than to be with him. So we were going to go out on the town, and we had got costumes mostly. And so as soon as I heard that he wasn't going to be around, I decided to look and see if there were any camping spots at Fort DeSoto, which is very close to me. It's this state park that's completely surrounded by water. And I did find 2 nights available there, and it was going to be nice and cool. So I booked that. And between my first camping trip, which was only a few weeks ago, and this one, I had ordered a few new things, like a really pretty rug. I'll include some photos with this update. So I feel like my camping, skills sort of and experience improved like, 1,000% since the first time, which the first time even went really well. So I did a lot better with the food this time. I actually did some prep work with the food beforehand, which I had read online. I was like, oh, that makes total sense. So I chopped up all my veggies beforehand, and I actually went to this local gourmet Italian market and got some of their really delicious pre-made soup. So I thought, that's 2 servings of soup I could have. And all of that went so well. It just worked out really well. And I decided that my biggest thing right now that I'm trying to figure out is how to do dishes. And so I did ask some people's opinions online, like, how do you do dishes? Because I'm an environmentalist and I don't like a lot of waste. And I know you're not supposed to just put your gray water, which is what is the result after you do dishes, anywhere, because it has food scraps or even just food residue in it, and you don't want to attract animals. So I have some ideas for what to do about that. I do have this cool sink that's really probably made for gardening, but it's plastic and it has handles and it actually has a drain. So I think what I might do is get a 5-gallon bucket and get a little platform and just sit this on top of it so the drain is right over it, so I can do my dishes and then just let the water and the residue drain into this bucket. And then I could take the bucket into the campground bathroom and just dump it in the toilet, because the toilet is a good place to put gray water, because a lot of them don't want you doing your dishes in there, like in the sink, probably because then your food scraps end up in the sink, right? So that's my plan for now. I have some like bigger plans for my camp kitchen, but I think that will be a good sort of interim solution. So I'm happy about that. I didn't do that on this trip. I kind of brought back all my dirty dishes in the plastic sink and just did them at my house because I was only gone for 2 nights. So it was great. It was so beautiful over there. And there's a bike path that takes you from the campground down into the park. And there's some ruins of a fort there. So it was really fun. And it's just really beautiful there. I had a friend come visit me for a few hours and we just sat around. And I grew up on a farm, a 200-acre farm, in the middle of God's country in Vermont. And I love living in the city, but I also do miss like being surrounded by nature. And so this new camping, I will say obsession, this new embracing of camping for me is just like, it feels so good to go to these natural places and just be in, my church. There's this one hike near my dad's house in Vermont that, I hike up to this vista and it's like, this is my church. This is where I'm just overwhelmed by the emotion of how this is all possible. Like being in a city, it's like we humans, us mortals, built all of these things, and for better or for worse, some of them are beautiful and some of them are ugly, and some of them start out beautiful and then we neglect them and they turn ugly or dangerous. But out on the top of a mountain, it's like humans can't build something like this. Humans can't, we can plant trees, but we can't build mountains. All of this stuff happened naturally without us. And how amazing is that? We aren't the most powerful, smart, creative creatures in the world. Like the whole earth working together is absolutely incredible. So, going to Stone Mountain in Georgia was just so amazing and cool. And even just going to Fort DeSoto, which I had been to before, but I had never camped there, just going there and just being enveloped. And even though there's other people there, I'm still, just being enveloped in nature and being outside. And I'm just really loving it. And I'm hoping I don't have to do it alone every time because that's what's been happening so far. But I'm looking forward to doing it. I did have a friend come visit for a couple hours, but I'm looking forward to like doing it with someone else, so I'm not just sitting out in nature by myself, which I do love. Actually, I love hiking by myself. I love all that stuff. But it's interesting. I've seen some memes that say like hyper independence is a trauma response, and that is probably really true for me. Like I grew up in an environment where I didn't feel like I could trust people to take care of me, which was true, or just trust people to be there for me. So I do, I want to get away from that, and I want to be close. I want to be in relationships that are close and feel like family and feel like love. And I do have relationships like that, but I don't think they're the same as other people's close relationships. Anyway, so since I got back from Fort DeSoto, which was on Tuesday morning, I've ordered more stuff for camping. Yeah, I'm trying not to go overboard, but it's all like every camping supply is also like an emergency supply and whatever. And because I did order that sort of adventure trailer that I included a picture of last week. So now I'm like, I don't have to keep all this stuff in my tiny, tiny apartment, which I've been doing. So I've gotten some like more comfortable chairs that are bigger. And so some of this stuff can go in that trailer and stand there most of the time, which is great. So I ordered like 3 chairs. And again, I'll put some pictures and links to them in this newsletter. But I'm just really, so one place I've never been that I just really, really, I'm almost 50 and I've never been to the Grand Canyon. And so I just really, really want to go to the Grand Canyon and a million other places, but like a lot of people go to the Grand Canyon as children, and my family didn't travel. And so like I get a little overwhelmed thinking about it. Like I just really want to go to the Grand Canyon, So I'm watching the campground. I did hear that you don't want to go there in the summer necessarily, in the height of the summer, because it gets really super hot there. So I'm looking at like maybe next fall. I'm really excited at the thought of being able to take this trailer with all of my LC-fied camping gear so that I can camp in the beautiful, special way that I want to. And I just really want to go to the Grand Canyon next year. So that's one of my goals. And there's like a million other things I could say right now. Whew. Didn't expect to get emotional about that. But yeah, I'm just really embracing life right now. And I'm going to do all the things that I want to do that are special to me and make me happy, even if I have to do them alone. And I don't want to do them alone, but also like I'm just the kind of person where I'm not gonna not follow my dreams, I guess, or like I'm not gonna not do things just because I don't have anyone to do them with or can't find someone to do them with, or the person I want to do them with is busy with other things. Like I'm still gonna do them because I want to live the special, wonderful life that I deserve to live. And so if I have to go to the Grand Canyon by myself, I will. And but I hope I don't have to. So anyway, I guess I'm just not gonna stop crying. So I'm probably gonna end this video. There's a million other things I could say, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave you, my fans, your weekly newsletter. So I hope you are having a fantastic week, and I hope you have a great weekend. And I love all of you, and I love when you respond to my newsletter with a reply email. It makes me really happy. I'm so glad that you enjoy the stuff that I post, and I will see you again next week.